23, everyone. 23, and 1 and a 2 and a go, and then we fast and low.
My name is Jeff Cowan. I performed with the Tulsa Youth Symphony as violist from 1979 to 1982. If I didn't have the experience in the Youth Symphony, I don't think I would have discovered that musical spirit that I have. And so I think exposure to the arts in all different ways is incredibly important. I think that parents need to give children the opportunities to try a variety of things.
My name is Jason Heilman. I'm an alumnus of the Tulsa Youth Symphony. I played in the trumpet section from 1992 to 1994. Today I'm the executive director of Tulsa Camerata, which is a chamber music organization here in Tulsa. I started playing in the Tulsa Youth Symphony when I was a junior in high school. And that was a really big deal for me because I probably had just discovered orchestral music existed and was being played live somewhere a couple years before that. So I would drive myself downtown, go to work every Sunday afternoon with a trumpet under my arm and play, Tchaikovsky or Elgar, or really almost anything that the symphony could be playing, that the Philharmonic could be playing upstairs at the time. I was, if not a professional musician, a real musician, certainly. I wasn't just playing the watered-down high school versions. I was actually playing. And that was an amazing experience.
I'm Amy Cottingham, and I played in the Tulsa Youth Symphony from 95 to 99. One of the pieces we were playing, it occurred to me, I just could not find my place. I was so overwhelmed. And I kept looking at Ron Wheeler, and he kept doing this, and so it somehow occurred to me we're in one. So at the end of rehearsal, he came back, and I was just sitting there kind of dazed. And he was so nice, like, it's all right. If you're overwhelmed, that's understandable. Just stick with it. You can totally do this. And yeah, his encouragement was like the only positive, like realizing I have so much to learn, but I want to do it.
Having the experience of being in an organization like the Tulsa Youth Symphony contributes an awful lot to a person's own sense of self-worth, their potential for creativity, their ability to get along with other people, to work in groups, and their ability to respond to the world. They look at the world in a different way. They see things that other people don't even think about because they have spent so much time developing their own expression through their instrument and as part of a large ensemble that extends itself to all other activities. Children deserve an opportunity to express themselves and to develop the thinking outside the box, and being a musician is a great way to do that. They also learn to interact with other students who have similar approaches to things, who have similar ideas and similar interests, and so they get to be a part of something that is bigger than themselves, and it's something that's outside the normal activity of a school experience. I would say that if you have an interest in developing your ability as a musician, if you have an interest in learning how to be creative and how to get along well with people and how to function in a group, then the Tulsa Youth Symphony will give you a very special experience.
More importantly than anything, it exposed this musical spirit in me. That is a gift. I was not egotistical, it just happens to be there. I don't think I would have ever known about it without playing in the Youth Symphony.
making a personal connection that's beyond music, or making a personal connection between people in the audience and the music that's being played, that's on a level beyond just the notes that you're hearing, but also maybe on an intellectual level or a historical level or some other kind of personal level. That, I think, was something that I took away from my time in the Youth Symphony that I'd not really thought about before then as a 16-year-old. And it ended up being something that dominated my career.
Of course, I would encourage any student that's interested in Youth Symphony to audition and to go for it if they can. So you have nothing to lose really except adding something else on your plate. But what if it's the thing? What if it turns into something that you really want to do? Either way, being in Youth Symphony can teach a music student things that you just can't learn on your own.
I think one of the most important things for parents, because I mean the Youth Symphony is incredibly important. It's on so many levels. We know what it's like to be exposed to music. We know the importance of learning and studying and learning an instrument. But it's a venue of possibility. The work ethic, the importance of dedication and thinking through things and planning, and then being yourself and just not holding back. All that stuff is incredibly important.
From my standpoint, the biggest thrill I get from being a part of the Youth Symphony is to see how the students respond to something that I'm very passionate about, to see how they express themselves, to see how they respond to the first time they hear a Beethoven symphony, the first time they get to work with other people, the fact that if it's an oboe player, they all of a sudden learn that they can play along with the clarinet or with the bassoon, and it's a whole different sound. And all of a sudden their mind is expanded to take in information and to feed back information that is very worthwhile. You can make a mistake and it's not the end of the world, and it's much better to keep trying. And I tell particularly the brass players, it's okay to play a really bad note really loudly, but never play a good note timidly.